Yep, that just happened. I just sat here and put on my primer and my sunscreen and was talking to the camera as if I was recording the entire time, and I wasn't. So that's cute. Anyway, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a chit chat get ready with me, where I'm going to be updating you guys on everything that has been going on, because I know it's been a hot little minute since I've sat down to talk to you guys, or since I've recorded. Today is actually January 21st, and this is my first video that I'm sitting down to record of 2020. I know. That's problematic, but it's okay. I'm gonna explain to you all of what's been going on. I'm gonna do a light little reflection on 2019, and then I'm also gonna catch you guys up on everything that I have coming out for 2020. So with that in mind, if you'd like to subscribe to stay updated with me and join my little La Familia here, please do. I would love it. But if you don't, I also understand, because homegirl has been so inconsistent. I don't have a damn schedule on this channel, so I understand. If you ain't fucking with me on that level, I get it, girl. I get it. I'm not even going to be mad at you, because I wouldn't fuck with me either. Anyway, with all of that said, I'm just going to talk to you guys while I get ready. I will list everything that I'm using down below in the description box as always. So I will show as much as I can, but if I don't come for me. This is not like a makeup tutorial. I'm just talking and chit-chatting, which is what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? I do have one new product that I'm going to talk about today, or try to share. This is some PR package that Becca sent me a couple weeks ago. This is their new light shifter brightening concealers, and as much as I love Becca, I am so non-impressed with this shade range. When I look at the concealer that I use every day, which is Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Rich, none of these are quite in line. Not really. And it looks almost even worse to me in person, to be honest with you. On camera, it doesn't look so bad, but in person, I'm like, nah. I don't think we're going to find anything that works for me. So I'm going to try it out, but other than that, nothing else is really new. Again, everything that I am using will be listed down below, so you can check there if you need to. But yeah, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I missed you guys. Even if you didn't miss me, I missed you guys, okay? So anyway, as I was saying earlier, I already started off applying my sunscreen and my primer, and I thought I was recording the whole time, and I wasn't. So there you go. I'm so out of touch. I honestly didn't even know how to set up my damn camera. It has been a struggle for the last like 30-45 minutes trying to get to this point. So my sunscreen is the SuperGoop Unseen Sunscreen in SPF 40, and this is what it looks like. So I put this on. It's just like a little lightweight gel type of, not moisturizer, what am I trying to say? A lightweight gel sunscreen that looks like this. And it's super lightweight and undetectable, and I love it. I literally have been working on my skin and trying to get it cleared. I want no more scars, no more hyperpigmentation. I have been really trying to focus on getting it back to a healthy place. All of my acne is like under control. However, I do have a couple breakouts right now because I went and got a facial for the first time in a whole year, you guys. I don't know. 2019 was just here and gone. I don't even remember the whole damn year. It was so fast. But the last time I had a facial was January 4th, 2019. And then I hit her up to make another appointment, and I ended up having that on Sunday, which was the 19th. Today's the 21st. Yeah, that was on the 19th, and I was like, damn, girl. She was like, where you been? I was like, where you been? So anyway, all that to say, I know that wearing sunscreen is so crucial to your skincare that if you do any and everything else that I'm doing to my skin makes no difference if I'm not protecting it every day against the, you know, UVA, UVB rays, blah, 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 the elements, honey. So I have been committed to using sunscreen every day, okay? And that's the one that I'm using right now. So anyway, I did that, and then I went on with my Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer, and this is a hydrating primer, and I love it. It just feels like a moisturizer. It's white, in case you haven't seen it. I just picked this up from Sephora for the first time in like over a year. I haven't had this product in a long time, but it just feels like a moisturizer. It's super lightweight, and it does add like a nice hydration. It's replenishing, honey. It has coconut water and probiotic base ingredients and skin revivers, and it's silicone free. That's all I know, honey, but it is helping me in this skin get its life together. Ding. All right, that was a very lengthy intro. Let's get into the damn stuff, honey. Let's get into the goods. So I'm using Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Foundation, which has been my go-to favorite, and I'm using a new shade that they recently came out with, which is called Tonka. Again, it'll be listed down below, but this shade works for me better than having to mix the other two that I was using in the past. So far I like this one a lot. All right, now that we're here, let's zoom you in a little bit, huh? Oh, obviously, let me zoom you out real quick. I am filming this video in live time, okay? This is January 21st, 2020, as I showed you earlier. And yes, I cut my hair again. So for those of you who watch my, my lookbook video, which I was so shocked that video did so well. Like, so many people watched it. I got a lot of new subscribers from that. So hey y'all, a lot of you guys commented on how much you love my hair, and now I'm back and I'm bald again. So let me explain. Let's start there. Let me explain what had happened, girl, because let me tell you, for those of you who have been watching me for a little bit of time, and I know it looks really red and warm right now, but it oxidizes and it gets a little bit darker, so don't stress. But anyway, for those of you who have been watching me for a couple years, I know at some point in the past I talked about a disorder, if you will, that I have when it comes to pulling my hair. There's like an official name for it, and I haven't officially been diagnosed or anything, but I mean, I did enough research and I already know that it applies to me, so it is what it is. I have this disorder where I pull my hair out of stress or anxiety or even boredom. I could just be sitting down and have like idle time and just start pulling my hair out for no reason whatsoever. So I noticed that as I was growing my hair out, I kept pulling my hair, especially in this one spot here in the back. I would just be pulling my hair, and I could not stop it for the life of me. I was very aware that I was doing it. Obviously, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to grow my hair out. I had plans for dyeing it, and like I wanted to do some little twists and like get braids again. Like I wanted to do different stuff since my hair was getting longer, but I couldn't stop pulling my hair, and it was becoming really problematic because not only was I super embarrassed when I would go to the barber shop, because I'm like one of the only women in there, and there's a bunch of men, and then my barber is like, Mo, what's going on? Is everything okay? And I'm like, yeah, I just have a problem. And so that was embarrassing. But then also walking around with a fucking hole in the back of your head is not fun, you know? So I had to just make the decision to cut my hair off again, and I was a little bit sad about it, but honestly, like low key, high key, I prefer to be bald. It's so much easier. I don't have to do anything really extra to like zhuzh my hair every day or like take care of it. I just keep it cut every week. Let me show you guys my little design. So this is my design, and I like it. I actually really love having short hair. It's so easy. So I just keep it cut every week, put some oil on it, honey, wash it once a week with shampoo, and I condition, and boom, I'm done. I don't have to add anything extra or like worry about it too much, you know? So it's just a lot less maintenance, and it makes me feel better. So it is what it is, but that's why I'm bald again. And I know some of you guys are like, oh my God, I loved your hair. And I'm like, I know. It was growing on me, but to be honest with you, I wasn't obsessed with it. Like, I really wasn't. I started to feel like, especially at the point of the last video that I uploaded, which I filmed it in December before New Year's, it was starting to feel like a high top fade because I was keeping it really short on the side and it was just growing out on the top, and I already have an oval shaped face, so I was getting insecure about the fact that I felt like I had a high top, but I didn't really know what to do to like make it not look like that because I didn't like growing it out so much on the sides. So I was just in like a weird transitional period anyway, and to be honest, I feel the most confident and comfortable when it's super short like this. So it is what it is. I will probably try to grow my hair out again at some point in the future, but for right now, especially while, you know, we're kind of transitioning into spring again here soon, but right now this is where I'm at, and this is where we gonna be. Okay. Okay, so let's catch you up on what else has been new in my life, because I know I haven't been here, but if you follow me on IG, have I talked about this on IG? Not really. It's fine. Okay. I've been active on IG, obviously, more than I have been here. Oh, look at me already. I'm about to use my Tarte Shape Tape, and that's not what I'm using today. So let me take a quick break and just dive into these. So this is a light shifter brightening concealer. It's supposed to brighten, blur, and conceal with light, not heavy pigments. It says create a check mark under the eye to conceal, or you can apply it in dots on the high points of the face to illuminate, and then you want to tap it out to blend. I'm not going to use my fingers. I already know it. It retails for $28 and it comes in 8 shades. It was available as of the 26th of December, so you guys can get your hands on this in the stores right now if you're interested. But I'm just going to look at the 3 darkest shades because, again, you can see obviously these ones are way too light for me. So these are the 3 darkest shades. We have the shade Astral, which is the darkest. Then we have the shade, and that's in shade 6. Then we have 5.5, which is Galactica. And then we have shade number 5, which is Amped. So it comes like this. A little sponge tip applicator. You twist it up. And then, oh, there we go. I can see it coming out now. It's like super lightweight. I can already tell this is going to cover nada. So if you like full coverage, this is probably not going to be for you. And I hate to judge it before I've really given it a fair shot, but I'm just telling you, I can already tell because I'm used to wearing full coverage concealer every day. So this is not for the full coverage girl like myself. So this is number 5.5 in the middle. You can see that the shade 6 is just like my skin tone, which is nice if I was, I guess, like if I had even skin and I wasn't trying to really conceal, I kind of just wanted to like a little light something under my eyes, that would be a good shade for me. But as far as what I'm trying to accomplish, nah. All right, number 5 is Astral. No, Amped. All right, so this is number 5. So of the 3, I think the only one that I would personally try to brighten with is number 5.5, Galactica, because it's the closest to what I use today from Tarte Shape Tape. I mean, it's not close at all, but like the closest of the 3 options that I have. So I'm gonna try a little bit of it, and then let's not even kid ourselves, I'm probably gonna go on top of it with my Shape Tape, but I'm gonna be fair and give it a try. And I'm applying it the way that I normally would apply my concealer. Even though it told me to do this, I never apply my concealer that way. So I'm just going to fill it in the way that I normally would. It feels super lightweight and moussey almost. So again, this is for someone who doesn't have a lot to cover and probably just wants like a little something lightweight that you could just use your fingers to blend out and then be, you know, move on about your day. I like to use a beauty blender to apply my concealer, so I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And yeah, see, I can see how like luminous it is and how glowy it would be on top of like natural skin or like a very lightweight foundation. But again, that's not my zhuzh, you know what I mean? It's not what I like for my life. So I know I'm going to be biased in that way, but I mean, like, I'm reviewing this based on like what I like, you know what I mean? If you want something that's super lightweight, then this looks like it could be cute, you know what I mean? But it's doing nothing for me whatsoever other than like illuminating my under eyes, which I'm going to use a very mattifying setting powder anyway, so that really doesn't benefit me. It's not like I use like a very light press powder to set my face or to set my under eyes. I use a baking powder, so it's going to cover up all this luminosity anyway. So that was quick, but I'm over it. Sorry, we're going to go back on top with what I use all the time, so I can at least get the coverage that I want and be happy with my outcome. All right, this is going to be a very chatty video. I can already feel it now. So anyway, back to what I think I was saying. What was I up to in 2019? So I had the best year of my life in 2019. The year went by super fast, but it was such a transitional time for me because, as you guys know, like, I was newly living on my own and like moved into my new place. I had met a new group of friends and was just like being super social and going out literally all the time. And it was a lot of fun, but my year went by so fast. I remember looking up being like, damn, we're already in the holiday season. Like, how did we get here so quickly? Like, I remember just being like in a totally different situation a year ago, and here we are once again. So that was it was fun. Like I said, I literally feel like 2019 was like the best year of my life thus far. But it was like, it was a setup for what's yet to come. Like all the good stuff that I'm wanting to do and that I'm actively working on, and all the things that I know that I have in my future. Like that was just like the setup for me. It was kind of like a moment to reset and to get on a different page and like start a new chapter and just like embrace where I'm at in my life and like move forward in a really positive and optimistic way, you know. My year didn't start off so positive. I definitely had like a hard time with the transition in the very beginning. Like I struggled a little bit just emotionally because I was obviously like coming out of a situation that consumed all of my 20s. Like my entire 20s were in a relationship, and so starting my 30s being single and like not around any of the same people that I was really accustomed to being around was like rough in the very beginning. But I mustered through that shit and I had a freaking blast, and I'm so proud of myself, and also like super happy because like I said, I just knew that I was setting myself up for like so much goodness and like so much positivity that there was nothing to be sad about. It wasn't like I was mourning for very long. Like I kind of was just like, it is what it is. Like I'm having a good ass time and I'm distracting the hell out of myself. Let's be honest. Like I definitely wasn't doing anything productive last year until the very end of the year. But it was what I needed to kind of just like start this new chapter. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward to 2020. Things have been going really good. Like I guess I should catch you guys up from the last time that we had a chit chat. So I think my last chit chat video was again in Thanksgiving, so November, and I was telling you guys that I wanted to spend it by myself. I ended up doing the exact same thing for Christmas. I spent it by myself, and then I ended up meeting up with some friends who also were by themselves that night, and we ended up going out and like having a good time. And then for New Year's, I went to Mexico with some of my new friends, like some newer friends that I made in the year 2019. And we had the best time. Like I literally had so much fun. And it was nice to also like celebrate New Year's. Like as an adult, I've never celebrated New Year's ever. Like I'm not kidding you. My New Year's, all of my memories from New Year's in the past were I would probably be sleeping. I would wake up in the middle of the night at midnight, Happy New Year, send a few texts out, hug my boyfriend, and take my ass back to sleep. Like we just never celebrated it, and I don't really know why. Like there was plenty of times that I wanted to, but we just never did, and it is what it is. So it was really nice to celebrate this time and like actually bring it in a new, like a different country. I've been to Mexico plenty of times, but to like celebrate in a different country around new people, new energy, and like I just had the best time ever. So that was amazing. That's how I spent my New Year's. And even before New Year's, I ended up kind of like reconnecting somewhat with my family, which I know again was like the theme of my video for Thanksgiving. Was like I was by myself, you know, intentionally by myself, but I was by myself, no family. And it was because that's what I wanted to do, just because of some issues that were like unresolved. But I ended up reconnecting with my siblings at least, which has been super nice. I have a 21-year-old sister who lives literally a couple blocks away from me, which I didn't even know. And then I have a 26-year-old sister who lives downtown, which is just a few miles away from me. Her and I have hung out a couple times, and we keep in touch via text. And then my little brother is 13. Yeah, oh my god, he's 13. My little brother is 13, and he has his own YouTube channel. Oh my god, I'm gonna link him down below for anybody who likes video gaming, or you guys have kids that like video games. My little brother is so into video games, so he started his own channel, and I'm like super proud of him because I know that like video gamers make hella money. Like the potential to make hella money as a video gamer is like huge. So I was like, oh my god, like I'm so proud of you, you know, like that's exciting. And since it's something that you do every damn day anyway, might as well put it online and like make some money from it, you know. So that's really cool, and I was like really proud to kind of reconnect with them a little bit. And just I want to have my own relationship with each of my siblings outside of like the grander situation, because that hasn't been resolved yet, but at least I can still like maintain those individual relationships and feel good that like they know that I'm around, I know that they're around, and if and whenever we want to get together, like nothing is stopping us but ourselves. Like we can always reach out and like have our own relationships, because we're all old enough to do that and communicate without like needing everybody else to be involved, if that makes sense. So that is the update on the whole family situation, and it's a work in progress, but I'm sure that with due time things will get better. So all right, I'm moving on to my setting powder. This is Laura Mercier Translucent in the shade, the original translucent. So, okay, what else? Okay, looking forward to 2020. I have so much that I want to do, you guys. So my lifestyle brand is still in the works. I actually am waiting on some samples for some new stuff that I'm developing right now. I actually have a package that should be coming this weekend that I'm really excited about. It's going to be more on the clothing side. And then as far as the accessories that I had mentioned, like the earrings, all of that stuff, I'm still waiting on the final product. There's like a lot of little revisions that I had to make, and like, you know, going back and forth to the manufacturer. But also now I realize why people don't talk about things before they actually like are tangible and like ready to go. Because ever since I mentioned that, I'm so thankful that you guys are like actually genuinely interested in supporting and you want to like get your hands on the stuff. But I get comments all the time, especially on Instagram, when I like wear my earrings, like, I can't wait till you post them, I can't wait till they're available, I can't wait. I'm like, I know, but like, don't pressure me, because I want to make sure that I do it the right way and deliver it to you guys like when everything is perfect. Like, I don't want to sell you guys like some half-ass product that I personally wouldn't be happy with, because it's not about making a quick buck for me. Like, I genuinely want to put out something that is my name, my design, my vision, and like something that I can stand by or stand behind like proudly, you know. So I am still working on it very actively. I'm literally in contact with the manufacturer on a weekly basis, and I'm just like waiting for things to, you know, to be exactly how I want them to be, so that when I put them out, you guys are not like, what the hell, this is so not worth, it's so not the quality that I thought, or so not worth my money, you know what I mean? Because I want you guys to like come back as a repeat customer, not just like one time a scam and then I'm like gone with all the money. Like, that's not my goal at all, I promise you. So yeah, that is what I've been working on. And then, like I said, I want this to be like a lifestyle brand. So I've been working on like just like different branding stuff, like the name. I'm still like solidifying that. I have a few different options in mind that hopefully I can confirm like soon and be able to like run with one of them. The problem is, like, I'm not an indecisive person by any means, but like, I think I just get in my head and like I overthink things, you know, and I'm like, okay, well, you know, that's not cool enough, or that's not good enough, and like, oh, that's kind of lame, or whatever. Like, I don't just pull the trigger on things so quickly all the time. So it's just been a work in progress, but I'm really hopeful that I can have something out. At least the first step in releasing something will be done in the next couple of months. Initially, I was saying in Q1, which would be the end of March, by the end of March. But if it takes longer than that just for me to get it right, like, I don't want to commit anything to you guys until obviously I know that I'm going to be super happy. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys understand, but I wanted to give you an update just because I know that I mentioned it. And so now everybody's like naturally inquiring, and I'm just like, shit, I'm not ready yet. So I should have like shut the hell up and just waited a little bit longer, you know? But it takes time for this stuff, so I'm sure you guys are going to be really happy, or at least I hope so, when the time is right, you know? Okay, let's see if we can do these brows on camera. I'm using my Simple Human mirror because I need it in order to do these damn things the correct way. Super magnified. It's a little dirty, but it's super duper magnified, and I love the fact that it has this like light, so it makes it really easy for me to do them. Okay, so anyway, what else has been going on? I have been, if you guys follow me on Instagram and Twitter, I've shared a couple of books that I've been reading lately. I've been getting so into learning and just like, absorbing myself with knowledge and things that will like be beneficial for me. So like, one thing, for example, is like being more money conscious and managing my money a lot better. I never have been good with money, which is ironic as hell considering what I do for a living. I'm literally in finance, and my job is to help people with money management all day, like big businesses, but nonetheless, like, I help other people manage their money in the most efficient and effective way. Yet my ass be out here spending money like I just am like balling with no budget, and just living in this mindset of like, oh, just live for now, have fun now, and like, you can worry about everything else later, you know what I mean? So I've started off my year with just like reading a lot of books and absorbing my that doesn't sound right, what I'm trying to say, just like consuming a lot of knowledge about money management, how to be wealthy, how wealthy people become wealthy and sustain their wealth. And I got on this kick because I was watching the Fine Guru. If you guys are not familiar with her, you definitely should check her out. She is a young entrepreneur. I think she's here in LA if I'm not mistaken, but she has a YouTube channel, and I randomly saw a video of hers pop up on my suggested videos a couple weeks ago actually, and she was talking about the different books and things that she did for like I think 21 days to basically change her perspective and like how she manifested like $10,000, something like that, right? So it was an intriguing title, and I clicked on it, and I was just like watching, and then it took me down this rabbit hole of watching all her other videos. And she's really like super smart to be so young. I think she's like 24, 25 years old, so she's really young, but super wise. And like I was really impressed, and I was like, oh my god, like if she can do it, I can do it. And like I've told you guys on many occasions before, I really like to watch content that is relatable and things that I feel like I could do myself. So for example, I love watching people who have their life together, and they're like traveling the world, and they're turning up and like documenting and vlogging and stuff like that. Like that's fun entertainment at times, but I don't tend to gravitate towards that type of content because it's not where I'm at in my life, and therefore I don't connect. Somebody who's traveling abroad or like going to Dubai or like living their best life and driving fancy cars and like all that stuff is just not where I'm at currently. It's somewhere that I aspire to be, but it's just not something that I can connect to, so I tend to not watch that kind of content. Whereas people who are showing you how they got to that place, they're talking about what steps they took or how they started as an entrepreneur or like what struggles they had to endure in order to get to where they are. That kind of content to me is more relatable. So long story short, she was talking about what she did for 21 days. She kind of manifested this certain lifestyle for herself at a very young age. At the time, I think she was like 21 when she started this, so a few years ago. And I was just like, damn, like that's hella inspiring, especially considering where I'm at in my life right now. Like, again, I have all this newfound free time because I don't have to worry about being in a relationship with someone else and like keeping that person happy or like sharing my time and my energy. I just have myself to worry about. So I have all this newfound time kind of where I can just like dedicate towards getting my business off the ground and doing the things that I've been wanting to do for however many years. So one of the books that she recommended was Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. I read that book in like a day. It was a super quick read. I just listened to it on an audiobook. This is not sponsored by Audible. I know that someone like, here she goes with the plug. Because I mean, it feels like that would be so natural, right? Considering the fact that what I'm talking about, this would be the perfect Audible plug, but I don't have a sponsorship with them. But she does. And so she was talking about like, yeah, I read this on Audible and blah, blah, blah. And so naturally I was super intrigued, and I ended up downloading it myself. And like I said, it was a quick read and I loved it, and I shared it with you guys on Instagram. And then she recommended a lot of books, but the other book that I'm currently reading, which is like a 21-day thing where I read a chapter a day pretty much, is called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon somebody. I forget his name. I'll list it down below. But I have just been like, again, super diving into like content that is helpful and like things that are going to help me be more successful and achieve the goals that I have for myself, which really is financial freedom. So like, I know in the past, especially those of you who follow me on Instagram, all you saw me doing every other freaking night, and especially on the weekends, was going out, partying, turning up, which was a lot of fun. I don't regret it. However, I noticed how much money I was wasting going out literally several times a week. And I'm the kind of person who, like, when I go out, I always end up buying my friends drinks. Like, I'm always the first person when we get somewhere. I'm like, all right, we gotta set the mood. First round of drinks is on me. First shots are on me. Blah blah. And like, nobody needs me to do this. Nobody expects me to do this. But it's just something that I always do, just out of like a bad habit. And I started to realize, damn girl, you spent $300-400 in this 7-day span of time because you were going out spending money on alcohol for yourself and other people and Ubers and all this stuff. And like, yeah, you might have had that money in your bank account at that moment, but do you have 6 months worth of income saved up in your savings account? No. Do you have credit card debt? Yes. Are you financially free? No. It's like, so what the fuck are you doing, And I just had to like really look at my shit, like look at my bad habits and be like, yo, you need to tighten up in this area specifically, and you'll notice a difference. So literally already in the last couple of weeks that I haven't been going out, and I also haven't been drinking. I'm not drinking until February 1st. which is not really that hard, even though there have been a couple of nights when I'm just like, oh, I just want to pour myself some wine. And I'm like, oh, nope, you're committed. Don't do that. Don't cheat yourself. I've had to stop myself because it's just like such a bad habit to like gravitate towards wine or drinks as like a social thing, and not really because I really need it. Like, I'm thankfully not addicted in any way. Some of you guys have seen my bar cart, which is impressive. I know a lot of people always comment on like, damn girl, you're running a whole liquor store out of your house. But it's like, I have a lot of alcohol because I like to be accommodating when my friends and people come over. But like, I definitely don't need to, or don't find myself drinking every day and like in an addictive way. It's kind of, again, just more social and like harmless, you know? But anyway, all that to say, I just started to pay more attention to my finances, and I've been putting more money in my savings, and I'm also actively working on being debt free. Ideally, I would be able to pay off all my debt this year in 2020, and that's my goal. But I think that's like super aggressive considering like how much I have versus like what my strategy is to pay it down. So I'm really gonna give myself 2 years, and I know that that's totally doable. But if I could like really buckle down and be on my shit, I can totally pay off all my debt this year. So that's what I've been like focusing on, and it's one reason why I haven't been here on YouTube. And I know that I haven't really shared that on social media necessarily on like why I've been not filming, but it's just because I've been really focused on doing things that I feel like are pushing me forward, and not really anything else. Like, I go to work every day. My real 9-to-5 job has been super stressful lately, so I've been going to work every day, and then by the time I get home, and I've been putting in a lot of hours, mind you, so by the time I get home, I'm fucking tired, and I just want to like listen to an audiobook or watch a YouTube video that's going to be helpful and teaching me something new, and I just kind of slacked off on like filming. But one of the things that I'm actually working on, like truly going to hopefully have live and on this channel really soon, is a podcast, but it's going to be on YouTube. Like, I want to film myself like talking and having guests and stuff like that, because I feel like that's the thing that I like to do the most is freaking talk. Like, I was born with the gift of gab and I know that I like to talk, and I know that a lot of times people tell me that they enjoy like putting me on in the background while they're multitasking and just kind of listening to whatever I'm talking about. And again, my get ready with me videos tend to do very well in comparison to like other beauty type videos. So I figure, why not like combine the best of both? It'll be video format, but it'll definitely be a podcast so that you can download it on whatever podcast app you use and listen to me talk by myself, but also I'll have guests and friends to give their perspectives on different topics. So like, I'm really excited about it. And so I'll share more information as soon as I like am ready to go, and that way you guys can just like, I'll basically be able to announce it, and then you can start watching it right away. But I'm just giving you guys like a little sneak peek on all the things that I have been working on, or things that have been in my mind that I've been trying to bring to life. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I just have to take a break to finish up my eyebrows. Now I'm moving on with my primer, which is the Fenty Pro Filt'r primer. Looks like this. So yeah, I'm super excited about the podcast thing, because I've been wanting to do that for the longest time. And I know podcasts right now are so popular. Like, everybody has a freaking podcast, so it kind of feels like the best time to do it, because it's like definitely a new trend. But I've genuinely wanted to always do a podcast, because like I said, I talk a lot and I tend to do these get ready with me videos and spark different conversations, or like update you guys on things, and then I get comments and questions and DMs asking me to elaborate on stuff, but I always feel like I don't really have the proper form to do it. And I could be making that up in my own head, because I could always just do another like follow-up get ready with me. But I feel like a podcast would just be so perfect for that, because the format is different. It's long form. I don't have to worry about, oh my god, I got to keep this video 30 minutes or less, or people are going to get annoyed with me, which surprisingly, you guys love these long videos. And like, I'm surprised by that, because I feel like YouTube has always been, it's always been like a little bit taboo to have a like too long of a video, because people don't tend to sit through and watch the entire thing. But I feel like in this format where I'm just talking, you don't have to be sitting here watching me. I'm not teaching you anything new. I'm not showing you any new products most of the time. So I'm just talking. Why couldn't you just put me on in the background while you're like doing your laundry or doing whatever chores you have, or like whatever the hell it is, you know what I mean? So for those reasons, like, that's why I personally feel like a podcast would be so perfect for me and what I like to do. And then also it would be like really nice for me to be able to interact with you guys in a different way. Like I said, when you guys normally comment or ask questions or like DM me for certain things, I can incorporate that into my podcast as content and have different segments of the podcast where I can maybe do like an advice column, so to speak, or answering questions. I can do like story times and kind of just catch you up on what's new, what's been going on. Talk about also real stuff, like things that are going to be helpful for you guys. Like, I'm personally starting a new chapter in my life, and I know so many of you guys are also in the same or similar position. And even if you're not, you've been here or will be here at some point in your life where it's relatable. Like, you'll be able to understand and identify with where I'm at and kind of like the different things that I'm going through. And it could just be like a really nice, like, exchange in some way. So I'm excited about it. Please comment down below and let me know if you guys would be down for that. And I get it. Like, if you're not, I'm not offended. I totally understand. I'm still gonna do it anyway. But I am curious to know if any of you guys would be interested in actually like tuning into that kind of content. Initially, I'm gonna keep it on this channel just because I don't want to start another channel. Like, I've literally started and stopped 3 channels in the past. I still have my vlog channel up from when I was with my ex that I haven't deleted yet, just because like I have videos on there that I know some people still watch. But I don't want to just like start another channel and then have to manage too many things. Like, I think it'll be nice if I just incorporate it here on this channel. It'll be like a once a week thing. Like I said, I'll have special guests on it where I have my friends come and chime in and give their opinions or like their perspectives on certain topics. And then other times it'll just be me by myself talking kind of in a similar way that I am now. So that should be fun. I'm so geeked about it, like super geeked. And like I said, I've been wanting to do this for the longest and I just haven't pulled the trigger, and now I'm like, bang bang, bitch, we doing it. Okay, we is doing this. We are not gonna keep on like wanting to do things in 2020 and not doing them. We're doing everything that we want to do in 2020, period, point blank. Okie dokie, so we're almost done here. What else was I gonna update you guys on? If you're still paying attention at this point, which I hope that you are. It's always my struggle. I'm like, I've been talking about so many different things. Like, I'm saying a whole lot of nothing, which, mind you, the podcast will definitely have more structure and it won't be so scatterbrained like this kind of video is, you know, this kind of format. I'm gonna use, actually I was gonna use my go-to NARS palette, but I'm gonna actually use something that you can get your hands on just in case you're curious. This is the monochromatic spice cinnamon mono. Actually, I lied. I literally have an entire container of NARS blushes that I never use because I'm always just using my NARS palettes. So I think I'm gonna use, ooh, this one's gorgeous. Taj Mahal is beautiful, but I'm not gonna use that one. I'm gonna use Taos. It's like a staple blush for darker skin from NARS, Balm. It's subtle, but you can build it up, and it has a little sheen to it, so it gives nice color, but it also gives like a little bit of a glow to the cheeks too. And I feel like you can't see it on camera, but in person, honey, my heavy-headed self is over here adding all the colors of the rainbow. Oh God, okay, let me put that down. So we've talked about 2019 and how epic that was for me. I had the best time ever. I had some struggles, but I also had a really good time overall. We talked about where I've been. I've been over here putting in work behind the scenes, manifesting all the goodness that I want in my life. Oh, also, speaking about books, so I highly recommend, let me grab the book. I'm almost done with it. I literally have like 2 chapters left. I highly recommend you guys check out this book called God Must Have Forgotten About Me by Jason Lee. If you guys are not familiar with Jason Lee, he is the owner, CEO of Hollywood Unlocked, which is a podcast and a gossip blog, if you will. Which I don't follow on Instagram because I just don't really care. Like, I already follow the Shade Room, which is enough gossip in my life. I really try not to follow a lot of like negativity or like I I don't really care for everybody, like the tea on what everybody's doing in Hollywood. Like I'm really not interested in that. But the Shade Room not only sometimes keeps me up on stuff that I don't know about, like different political things that are going on. Just similar to like the Breakfast Club. Like there's a lot of celebrities that go on that show for interviews and like to promote their stuff, but they also bring on people that are like informative and educational. So I kind of look at the Shade Room in a weird way, kind of similar, where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get some gossip and find out what the hell Future's up to every other day with a new woman, but I'm also gonna be able to like quickly get some tips and like different tidbits on like what's going on in the world that I normally wouldn't know about because I don't watch the news, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I don't follow the Hollywood Unlocked gossip blog, but I do follow their podcast here on YouTube, and sometimes I listen to it when I'm in the car, like on like my podcast app. But for the most part, I enjoy watching their interviews because it's just like entertaining, and Jason Lee to me is hilarious. Like he literally is hella funny. I've had the opportunity of meeting him once at this block party that I went to last year, and he was just as shady as you could expect. I guess he just is really weird about people coming up to him and like hugging him or like trying to like meet him. I don't really understand why, but like he's really weird about it, but he's upfront about like he doesn't really fuck with everybody like, oh my god, hi, like nice to meet you. So when I met him, I knew that, but I was hopeful that he might have been in a better spirit, and he looked at me like, girl, what you want? And it was funny. Like I wasn't offended at all. It actually was like hella comical. Long story short, I enjoy his journey and how he's gotten to where he is. I know you might also know him from Love and Hip Hop, which is a show that I just can't deal with. Like I used to watch that show like kind of religiously, but it's just too much for me. So I know that he was on that show also, and I enjoy his journey because he's from Stockton, which is actually, believe it or not, I went to high school in Stockton. So he's from like the Bay or like the Northern California, really. So we have that tie. He created his brand and his company from nothing, and now he's like syndicated on like, you know, a bunch of different radio shows, and he has his blog that's popping on Instagram and online. He has his YouTube, and like he just is involved in a lot of different things, and he built that all from nothing. And if you read his book, it's basically just a memoir about his life and where he's been and where he is today, and kind of like what he's working towards going forward. It's just really inspiring because somebody who had all the odds against him and literally comes from nothing as like a foster kid, his mom was an addict, like all these really crazy things, to see what he has accomplished again is really inspiring, and it's really relatable. Once again, my favorite buzzword, super duper relatable. This chapstick from Pat McGrath, way overpriced, by the way. It's $40. I'm almost done with it, but it's seriously like the cutest thing ever, and I love it. It's called Noir because it's like this bluish black tint type of lip balm. But anyway, I'm just showing you because I know you're gonna be wondering like, what was that? That was really cute. So anyway, my lips were dry. I adore his story and his struggle and his progress, and it inspires me, and I can relate to it because I have a very similar story. Like I wasn't a foster kid or anything like that, but outside of that, like I have a very similar story, and the things that all the adversities that I have faced to get to where I am today, and all the places that I know that I can go. And also it's a testament to the fact that you can never really be too old to like make it. I think he's 42 if I'm not mistaken, and only in the last couple of years has he really become like expanded in the way that he has, and accomplished all that he has, like, you know, I was gonna say on paper, but like he really has done a lot. So I feel like I'm like way overhyping him right now. My whole point is that I've been reading that book for the last like day and a half. I'm almost done with it. Like I said, I'm gonna finish it today. But I totally could see myself writing a book one day. Like when I get to a place where I feel like I've accomplished something that's notable and like worth being talked about, I totally want to write a book on all the things that I've done and kind of like all the adversities that I have had to overcome, because I think that, first of all, a lot of you guys would be surprised if I told you my upbringing, because I know that I seem super bougie and well-spoken, and like these are all things that people tell me all the time, like, oh, like you look like you came from like a nice middle class, maybe even like lower upper class family, blah blah blah. But like the reality is, no, like my life was not super glamorous at all until I got to this place kind of on my own, and like, you know, with the support of my relationship and like just working by myself. Like, I am self-made, but I'm not ready to write a book at all right now, because I'm definitely like, again, I still want to get out of debt. I want to start my own business. I want to be an entrepreneur and get to a place where I can actually be helping somebody, as opposed to like right now, yeah, I've done some great things and I'm proud of myself, but like there's still a lot more for me to accomplish before I'm ready to like share my story in that way. But yeah, I've been reading that book and I really like it. And if you guys are, I don't know, not searching for, but like, if you guys enjoy like inspirational books, you like to learn about other people and how they got to where they are, and also just like read some like really relatable kind of content, I recommend you guys check it out. And I know that he's trying to get on the bestsellers list, so I'm all about supporting I'm all about supporting entrepreneurs. You know, he's Black. I love that. Like, he's one of us, you know, like I want to support the minorities and the people who get told no all the time, but like figure out a way to make it happen for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So, that sounded funny. He's Black, so I love that. That was so dumb. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, that's the other thing that I've been reading lately that I wanted to share. All right, I'm gonna do my lips before I finish up my mascara. This is Chestnut from MAC. And then I'm gonna use the liquid lip that I have been loving and using every day. This is In Between by Anastasia. And it's like the perfect color. You guys ask me about this color on Instagram literally every time that I wear it, which is like every day. And then I'm gonna go on top with Marc Jacobs Love Drunk, and just a little bit. All right, so last step is just for me to put on some mascara, because I look bald without it. I would put on lashes, but I'm just about to go eat and then bring my ass back and edit this video. Anyway, I mean, there were so many more things before I started to film, but I got like frustrated because I was taking forever to set this whole thing up, and I totally forgot all the other topics, but that's okay, because now we'll just have more to talk about next time. But I'm literally just like so looking forward to this next year, or this upcoming year. So many things that are on the horizon, and I just feel like for the first time ever, like I'm the most confident that I've ever been. I'm the most sure of myself that I've ever been. I know that everything that I want to accomplish is doable, and I don't feel so overwhelmed or like discouraged by the thought of like, oh my God, how am I going to make this happen? Like, how do I do this? How do I get these things done? I really just feel like everything that I want to do is within my reach. And by me just like taking time to myself and like taking a step back from going out so much and just kind of distracting myself, which is all I did last year, but just like a little less distraction and more focus and intent with my time and being more mindful and like strategic, all these things that I'm trying to accomplish will be done. And I've been watching like a lot of other like entrepreneurs that have started their own businesses, whether it be clothing or eyelashes or beauty. And obviously there's going to be mistakes made along the way, and not everything that you launch is going to be a huge success. Like, I'm going to probably have failures or things that I have to overcome. But either way, like, I know in watching other people, the only difference between them and me is the fact that they fucking did it. Like, they actually pulled the trigger and they just did it. And they didn't stay in this constant like or perpetual state of like, I'm gonna do it, I want to do it one day, oh whenever this happens then I'll make it happen. It's like, no girl, it's a new year and it's like the perfect time to start now. And like, if I don't start now, I'm only gonna put myself that much further behind, you know. So like right now, I'm just again taking my time to research and get all my ducks in a row. But ultimately, I'm setting the wheels forth in motion, and I'm just so excited that I don't have like anything standing in my way. Like, I don't have to worry about like just anything. Like, all I gotta do is worry about what the hell I'm gonna do tomorrow when I wake up and how I'm gonna kill it and like make something happen, like take another step towards my goals. You know what I'm saying? I'm also somebody who tends to do a lot of things at once. I am the worst when it comes to organization and structure. So the one thing that I am trying to just be more mindful of is like not biting off more than I can chew, because like I really want to be consistent here on YouTube and upload a video once a week at a minimum. And I want to start this podcast, which will have its own dedicated day. So I want to have like a podcast day, and then I want to have like another day for me to do other lifestyle content, whether that be more lookbooks, which by the way, if you guys want more lookbooks, let me know in the comments. I didn't realize that you guys enjoyed fashion content as much as you did. So yeah, like I just want to make sure that I am getting on a routine, because I get my ass up. I had to think about this. I get my ass up every day to go to a job that I don't enjoy, right? And even though I'd rather lay in bed and do something else or something more fun or fulfilling, I've created a habit of getting up and going to work every day. So why is it that I can have that kind of work ethic for somebody else but not for my own self? Like, that's like a real question. Like, have you ever thought about that? Because a lot of us don't do what we enjoy doing with our lives, and it's really sad when you think about it, because it's like, damn, this is life. Like, my life is going to be until I'm 65, 70 years old, getting up, going to work for somebody else, making them money, and then I have to resort to enjoying my best life on Saturday and Sunday. Something about that ain't right. And I just started to have to put that in perspective. Like, nah, that's not the life for me, and it doesn't have to be. And that's the beauty. Like, literally, so much choice and freedom and possibility. And the only thing standing in our way is ourselves. Not doing the research, not taking the time, not being confident enough or motivated enough to do something for yourself. And like, I'm just so tired of that. I'm only 30 years old, and I wish that I would have had this kind of mindset a lot sooner, because I could be living my best life right now. But the fact that I'm 30 years old and I'm finally getting a damn clue, and I'm really excited and passionate about it, is like perfect for me, you know. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna make the best out of it, so that by the time I'm 40 and we celebrate in 2030, y'all, you ain't gonna be able to tell me that I didn't do everything that I wanted to do. All right, this is the final look. Same old same as always, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this chit chat. I hope that it wasn't too boring or too painful to sit through. I really miss you guys. I really enjoy posting for you guys and doing content and interacting in the comments. So make sure that you guys let me know in the comments down below what else you want to see. If you're looking forward to the podcast, if you're looking forward to my brand coming out this year, guaranteed, honey, guaranteed. And anything else that you guys are interested in, just please let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see y'all real soon in my next video. Bye, guys.